You sparked that first stream up. You had that one viewer, and that viewer made you keep going. Each day brought more progress. Week 2 you started averaging 4 viewers. Week 3 brought 8 viewers. Week 4, 20 viewers. And once you start something, you don't stop. That's who you are. And then the winner for Streamer of the Year, iShowSpeed. What's better? Take 8 big risks in life, sin once, miss the mark once, but get 7, achieve 7 out of 8. Or take 100 risks and achieve 8 of them. My hunch is that there's a God, and he's saying go for the 100 and get 8 rather than 8 and get 7. If you're not taking enough risk to sin or miss the mark, which is what sin means to fail, then what are you doing? Don't go back with eating money. Don't go back with the safe bets. All the what-ifs and the scenarios that you create inside your own mind that are way worse than anything that is actually going to happen, they all disappear when you go. Night after night, every single night of my life, bro. It's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I did it. I did it, bro. I did it. I did it, bro. I did it. What if I do all this work? What if I do all this? What if I change my whole life? What if I do this work for the next 10 years and then it ends up not working and I don't get chosen? But what if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair growing up on my arm because it makes me feel like, what if? Go. What if I can pull off a miracle, man? I'm climbing the ladder. I'm bringing my team. I'm coming for magazines and movie screens, billboards and awards, movie scores and labels. I'm signing checks and contracts on every table. Not stuck in the basement. Not stuck in the gutter. Being on your deathbed with the dreams given to you by life standing around your bed, the ideas that you never acted on, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, "We came to you and only you could have given us life and now we must die with you forever. I have worked while you have slept and I will live like you dream. I want to do this thing, but what if it doesn't work? Do it anyways." What would you do if you weren't afraid? And what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? I will never wish for fewer epic stories at the end of my life. And I've never regretted failures. I've always regretted things that I didn't try. Whatever it is that you want to do, there's going to be risk in your life. And risk is a necessary component of progress. Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. Now, you can also be too reckless, but you can also be too cautious. This is called the timid approach to life. You can get so scared and you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking, in your 20s in particular, is dead wrong. Taking risks in a non-naive way gives you something that you can comfort yourself with at night when you're wondering what the whole damn point is of your futile and miserable life. Doing what you mean to do and wanting what you want is so hard to do and so rare because we're built to conform. If you're going to get any further, you got to reinvent yourself. You know that thing that you really want to start doing, but you're worried what everyone might think about you if you do? You should do it. You should definitely do it. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking risks and going big. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. It was a big risk. It was a big chance. And there was no guaranteed return ticket. It was a one-way ticket, possibly to being a head coach of high school football to this day. Take the biggest risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time. I figured that if I didn't make the entrepreneurship thing work, I would have a hell of a story for business school. And that was actually the reasoned argument that I gave myself for being willing to quit. Because your DNA, who you are as a person, is wrapped up in your dreams. And what this world has done to you is take that from you because they know if you know your dream, who you are, and you get your dream, you're probably not going to work for most of them. You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably. You've got to have faith. And that faith gives you patience. You've got one life to live. Rain, sleet, or snow. The time is now. This is not the time to get the job mom wanted you to get. This is not the time to try to maximize as much money so you can buy a fat whip. What you should do is go and travel and learn. Go and start that business that you've always wanted. This is the time to be massively risk-oriented. But boy, if you're lucky enough to be graduating today without an idea of what you're going to do with your future, nobody's ever been luckier than you. Please recognize that. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. And so the first thing I want you to do today is I want you to keep saying to yourself, I am. I am. I am. I am. You're standing at the precipice, the edge of the greatest move in your life. And the time is now, like never before, to take a leap of faith. It takes faith to jump off of the edge. It takes faith to step into your purpose. It takes faith to step into your destiny. It takes faith to pull away from everything that is familiar, to step into uncharted territory, to become the person you were born to be. It takes faith. The first person that needs to be influenced in your life is you. You want to make it happen, it's you. But you've got to take personal responsibility to make it, own what it is that you want to do. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Are you bold enough? Are you radical enough in your hunger and your thirst to go after what it is that you believe is yours? Are you crazy enough? Are you courageous enough? Hey, at any given moment you could be one decision away from an entirely different life. Different place, different people, a different experience, and maybe a different you. Because sometimes in the process of completely losing yourself and losing expectations of who you are, you might find that there's more to you than you thought. So in my opinion, sometimes it's worth taking action. It's worth trying that new experience just to find out. Do something big. I know that there is something inside of you that you have always wanted to do. When you get to the edge, your brain will always tell you to step back. It's always going to tell you to step back because you could fall. Always. It's going to tell you to step back because the last time you did this, you failed. You saw someone else fail. You could get hurt. You could be off work. It's going to tell you all of this. It's designed to keep you safe. So you have to be willing to play between your brain and your soul. And on some days you've got to just listen to your soul. And you've got to say, I'm going to leap. I'm going to get to the edge. Most people are at the edge, and you're standing at the edge watching everyone else fly, watching someone else live, wondering what it's going to be like when you jump, without ever jumping. And I'm just here to tell you, jump. Because only 3 things can happen. You're either going to jump and fly, or you're going to jump and fall on something soft, or you're going to fall down hard. Either way, you're going to get back up. You already know you've got what it takes to get back up. Your greatest fear is not that you will fall. Your greatest fear is that you will live a full life and never fly. That you never leaped. You're not afraid of dying. You're afraid of dying before the world sees who you really are. Before they really get your fingerprint, before they really feel your breath, before they really get your contribution, before they really feel you. That's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to leave this place without us knowing you were here. All I'm doing is giving my dream a chance. And I'm not extraordinary. You don't get off the hook. I'm an ordinary woman who chooses every day to make one more extraordinary decision. It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life, when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. Why are you here? And what are you going to do about it? Because the truth of the matter is, we have a purpose. We have a destiny. We have fulfillment. We've got connections to make. We've got people to meet. We've got rooms to walk in. We've got tables to sit at. When you're working at your dream, somebody said, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something. When you get up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. You know it was hard, but you did it hard. No growth comes from being comfortable. And you know what else happens when you take big risks? You grow. You grow into the person that you're meant to become. I know one day I'm going to be somebody, and you'll know when I am. Please look at my face. You're somebody now. Do you understand? Yeah, that's the game. I was somebody long before people knew who I was. And I believe that you're somebody now. What? We all ask why we should work this hard. Why take that many classes? Why go to school that many years? Why take the notes? Why read the books? Why work that hard? Why put yourself through the push-ups and the disciplines? What? Good question. What? Best answer to why, I think, is the second question. Why not? Why not see how many books you can read, how many classes you can take, how many skills you can develop? Why not see how valuable you can become to the marketplace and to your friends and to your family? Why not see what you can make of yourself? Why not see how far you can go, how much you can see, how much you can earn, how much you can share? Why not? I hope all of you can feel how happy I am just one time in your life. But guess what? You will never feel this level of happiness if you don't go for something in your own life. When they knock you down, when they try you, when they talk about you and they try to put their foot on your neck, if you stay down, you will never ever get that resolve, fortify your mind, and feel this level of happiness as you rise. Why not you with good self-esteem? Why not you starting to change and setting goals? Why not you starting to make progress toward financial independence? I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight and I want to be up there. If we can read, you can read. If we can change, you can change. If we can figure it out, you can figure it out. If we can turn it around, you can turn it around. There isn't anything you can't accomplish. That's what those testimonials would say. And so I want to say it to you personally. Why not you? You've got the brains. You've got the stamina. You've got the vitality. You've got the interest. You've got your life ahead of you. You've got the future. You can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. If one of us can do it, hey, we all can do it. This is why the dark room is so important. Like, if I don't put the work in, if I don't do what is required behind the scenes, I'll never step into public authority. If nobody's told you today, let me be the first to tell you, every single person listening to me is standing at the precipice of the greatest decision they could ever make in their lives. And now here's my last question. Why not now? This is a good time. Set your goals. Work on yourself. Work on your skills. What a good time to get it together. What a good time to start this process. Personal development, growing, changing, developing, having a good plan for your money and for your life and for your future. Why not now? No, I'm not a part of the country club. Nope, I'm not. I don't hang out with them, but I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to get to where they are. What? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. You will not destroy us. You will not defeat us till the day I die. And I just want to ask anybody listening to me, why not you? Why not you? Why can't you be the person that changes everything? The innovator, the trailblazer, the disruptor, the person that makes a decision that I will not be the weakest link in the chain of a dynasty. Why not me? Why can't you be the one that makes history? Why can't you be the one that wins again? Why can't you be the one that breaks cycles? Why can't you be the one that overcomes the demons that have haunted a family for generations? Why not me? So I always had a piece of me that felt like the risk was worth taking. Why not try to make your dreams come true? I'll be honest with you, kids. One day you die screaming like my father did. You might as well go for it. You might as well do the thing that you dream about doing, for heaven's sake. Why not you? You've got to drink in an Arizona sunset. You've got to see the world. You've got to read the books. You've got to do the enterprises. You've got to be involved in commerce and love and travel and experiences. You've got to do it all. Why not you? You've got to know the results that come from splendid discipline. There's nothing like a view from the top. The kids are like, oh, the moon is up. There's unlimited opportunity. Gen Z, do you know how many of you can make so much money because it's so easy with TikTok and Shopify and Instagram? Like no era ever had this. You have nothing but opportunity when you're 20 to 30. We grew up where you had to eat it for 15 years before you could even say something. We couldn't talk. Kids didn't talk until they were 35 in the company. This is the greatest era to be 20 to 30. But kids are in their TikTok feed and they've got somebody saying it's the boomers' fault. Well, they took out all the money and we all got screwed. And if you're a loser, you believe it. 3 most common traits of very successful people: superiority complex, massive crippling insecurity, and impulse control. So, superiority complex, I can achieve this thing. That's the cheese. Crippling sense of insecurity, I fear the cat. Impulse control, I'm in a tube. There is only one direction that I can go. I don't need to make a choice. How did I attack today? How did I attack yesterday? And if I didn't do something I was proud of, I write down a sticky note and I would fix it. Don't postpone your better future any longer. Get at it tomorrow with new vigor. Get you some new books. Ask some new questions. Set some new goals. Get you a new journal. Start your projects book. Get a game plan going. Do some more reading. Start to make changes. Have conversations, make contact, and do it now. You're talented enough. You're hungry enough. So do it. You are the first pick. You are the only option. And there will never be another way. Believe that is you. It's always been you. I feel in order to get to where you're going requires a reasonable amount of unreasonability. Not like, hey man, I'm going to jump off a building and fly without the aid of a jetpack. That's unreasonable unreasonability. A reasonable amount is just like, why not me? Why not you? Some people have done the most incredible things with limited starts. Why not you? Some people have done so well they get to go. They get to see it all. They get to do it. They get to be there. They get to have it. They get to enjoy it. Why not you? Why not you watching the morning mist rise over the mountains of Scotland? Exploring the mysteries of Spain, soaking up history in London. Why not you? You've got to take a stroll through the Palace of Versailles. Why not you? You've got to have lunch in one of those neat little sidewalk cafes in Paris. I mean, Denny's is okay, but you've got to try Paris. Someday you've got to gaze directly at the Mona Lisa. I can show you where to find the most exquisite seashells in Miami and the Bahamas. I know where they are. Why not you? You've got to shop on Fifth Avenue in New York. You've got to stay at the Waldorf Astoria. Have dinner at Lutece, sliced roast goose on a bed of apple strudel. Why not you? Honestly expressing yourself, now it is very difficult to do. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things. You see what I mean? Blinded by it. Or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, that, my friend, is very hard to do. If I were to choose to live my life over again, I wouldn't live it in this way. And what I wasn't aware of when I went to medical school and when I was a physician for decades is how driven I was to justify my existence in the world. There's a fierce sense of independence. An hour, 30 minutes TV a night max, Mom would always say. Why are you going to watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Turn that damn thing off. Get outside. Had to be outside. Like, go get out in the world. Go hustle. Figure it out. Beyond the dark, you escape competition through authenticity by being your own self. If I had to summarize how to be successful in life in 2 words, I would just say, productize yourself. That's it. Just figure out what it is that you naturally do that the world might want. The Queen of England died 18 months ago. She ruled an entire nation and accumulated more wealth than 99.9% of humans, and yet you haven't thought about it except for right now. No matter how big your dreams, you're going to die. Everyone will move on. Do what you want. It sucks to not be liked, but it sucks more to not be yourself. And Mom would always keep on to make sure you're loving yourself. I remember breakups, heartbroken. She'd let us mourn. She was a great ear, very sensitive ear to that kind of pain, like that, broken hearts, but only for a day. After a day, she'd crank up the AC/DC, man, and go like, now get up. You're worth it. Her loss. Come on. Get out of bed. Come on. Quit moping. Lift your head up. Come on. Come on, buddy. We got this. Her loss. Give me the day. No more than that. The first thing you've got to realize is that you've got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you've got to fall in love with yourself again. No, I didn't grow up on that side of the town. No, my mama doesn't have a network. No, I don't know a whole lot of people. No, I'm not at a country club. No, I don't play golf and I don't plan on playing anytime soon. But I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to get to where they are. What? Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me.